We are talking the 2025 Grammys recap. I did a Grammys prediction 2 months ago, predicting who would win for the categories I was most interested in. So seeing what has come out of that and how wrong I was is something that I'm very excited to talk about as the Grammys have just passed. But I do, because this channel is a channel that goes over casual and monumental moments as it relates to pop culture, news, and just life events, I do want to go through what happened at the Grammys as kind of a little bit of a recap because the Grammys are so incredibly monumental to life and entertainment. But that being said, I will repeat what I said in the first video of my Grammy recap or of my Grammy predictions.
So as much as the Grammys should not, define your value as an artist, I think it also does shape kind of like what the taste is for what we enjoyed as of this past year. But let's make no mistake, the Grammys are going to piss everyone off because we all feel like they never do it right? As a creative myself, I think that your power should come from your art and the people that connect with your art and not be defined by your accolades. But unfortunately, the Grammys do add some external value into your artistry.
First things first, we have the premiere ceremony, which I didn't even know that was happening until last year. I saw that the Grammys were recording on the Grammys website, and I went and I checked and I was like, oh, is it just happening early? But then I found out that it was a premiere. They do that because they have 100 awards or so to give out, and they cannot fit it in the traditional main event ceremony time. So during that, I had a couple categories that I was interested in. Only 2 of them I made predictions in. Really quickly, if you could engage with this video in any way, shape, or form, if you could give it a like, if you could comment something that I really want to know genuinely, and I will be reading, is how do you feel about this year's Grammys? Do you feel like somebody that you really wanted to win was snubbed? Do you feel like it was fair or not fair? I kind of feel like everybody did get some sort of recognition in some way, shape, or form. Everybody that I wanted, at least. But let me know if you're disappointed in any way. Let me know anything that stood out to you about this year's Grammys, if there's something that they should have changed. Just anything, because I really do like to hear other people's opinions on this. In any way, shape, or form you can give them to me, I would appreciate it. The first one that I did not predict, but I am interested in because I really loved her album, is Brat. Brat won for Best Dance / Electronic Album. I wish I'd made a prediction on that because I really did like Brat and I wanted to see it more awarded. And then we have Best Solo Performance, which I put all of my predictions into different categories of what I think should win, what I predict will win, and what should not win, just to make it spicy. And I said that Apple should win, but what I thought the Grammys was gonna pick was Espresso, and Espresso did win. So I was like, wow, okay, first prediction. I'm really bad at predictions. And we'll see that later. We will see that later. It's good that I guessed the first one. But anyway, then we have Best Dance Pop Vocal, which I thought should have been Von Dutch. I predicted it would have been Got Me Started, and then what I thought it shouldn't be was Make You Mine by Madison Beer. You know that, yuck. Okay, but the winner was Von Dutch. So yeah, I feel silly. I feel stupid. I'm gonna try to be as chronological as I can, just because I wrote the notes down in the sequence in which they happened, so that's the only way I know how to do it. So we're gonna talk about not even really fully the red carpet, but just my favorites about the red carpet, and then the pre-ceremony highlights, I guess. So the red carpet I thought was really good as it relates to, having its hand on the pulse as to what it needs to focus on, which is the LA wildfires right now. I feel like every interview that I was watching mentioned the fires in some way, shape, or form. And I kind of feel like, should the Grammys do this every year for some relevant thing that they need to, don't raise money for? Because I kind of feel like when you have that many rich and powerful people in one place, let's focus on one specific cause that's not just because they were all affected by the fires. You know what I mean? Or maybe they do actually do that, but I thought it was really great that they focused on that. So the red carpet for the best dress, I want to pick out one specific person because let's say two specific people. The best dressed, there's like a bunch of lists of like who was best dressed, who's the worst dressed. I just have one. Kanye West and his wife. Kanye West and his wife. Just kidding. Are you dumb? Why is Kanye anywhere? Who keeps inviting him places? Stop inviting Kanye places with him and his fake human AI wife. It's weird. No, seriously, the best dress though was Sabrina. Sabrina is just so beautiful in a way that just feels unreal. It's like, how are you beautiful and talented like that? In a way that's different than the other beautiful people, because there's not a beautiful people, but like I don't know, you just don't expect her to have that level of talent. Anyway, so then we have Billie Eilish opening up with Birds of a Feather, and I don't want to spoil anything about Birds of a Feather, but I predicted it to get like a lot of categories in it. So I really liked the Birds of a Feather. Well, no, I enjoyed the Birds of a Feather performance, but what I really liked was when Sabrina performed Espresso. Okay, here's one thing about Sabrina. Is somebody mentioned in a TikTok that like Sabrina versus Doechii, like Doechii feels like an artist, Sabrina feels like a performer. And I 100% agree. I don't even think they used exactly that language, but I personally feel like I see Sabrina as like somebody who can perform the heck out of something. Whatever she wants, she's gonna do it, and it's gonna be flawless, and it's gonna be polished every single time. But Sabrina, and I know that Sabrina, like I feel like Sabrina's older stuff, but I don't know, this like newer stuff I'm not as into, because artistically I just don't see it in the way that I see other artists. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to wake up or something because I need to like get some life into me. Oh my god. Okay. We have Cardi B. She kind of sets it up, and basically is like, I'm one of the two women that have won Best Rap Album. And then we have the nominees, and Doechii wins for Best Rap Album. And her speech was so incredibly beautiful. I did not know that only 3 women, well, at that point she was saying only 2 women had won, and the category had existed since 1989. Oh my, like things like this, I feel like we shouldn't even be proud. We should actually throw up a little bit. But to have Doechii come in and win Best Rap Album and to speak with such clarity, I'd literally just be there like crying, be like, thank you so much to the Academy. Not the Academy. Thank you so much to the voters. They literally, like, I don't even know how I get words out, but she like knew what she was gonna say. She's a visionary for real. Oh my god. So then the Red Hot Chili Peppers present Best Pop Vocal Album, and I had my prediction for it. I thought it should have been Eternal Sunshine, because the vocals, I don't even really know what Best Pop Vocal Album means. I really can just infer that it means like your vocals were hitting in this album, so we want to award you for having good vocals. So I was like, Eternal Sunshine for sure. But I did predict Short and Sweet, and then the person that I did not want to win was Tortured Poets Department. And I liked Tortured Poets Department. I did. Watch my reaction to Tortured Poets Department. I didn't hate it. You know what's crazy is I literally said in one of my videos, my tastes and my biases are shaped by my experiences in life, and if I'm saying something about an artist or an opinion that you don't necessarily agree with, I'm not saying anything about you. I'm saying that about the piece of art. And somebody on the prediction video was like, Taylor Swift is gonna win, you dark loser. They quote unquote said dark loser. I, to this day, like, will occasionally think about that. It's funny to me because it's like, you're no more than 9 years old. You are no more than 9. But, like, the point of this is to say, we are all, like, supporting our favorite artists. They are not, like, a reflection of us and, like, I don't know. I feel people get so wound up in these things, and they really feel like, I don't know, like, I really got to do my hardest and really hate on this person that's, like, trashing my favorite It's like, girl, I'm not trashing your favorite. I just have an opinion. Anyway, best pop album, whatever. I predicted it was gonna be short and sweet, and it was short and sweet. And I am happy for Sabrina. I totally thought she was going to get a little bit more, but I'm happy that like she got this, and then she got the other one, best pop solo performance. Chappell Roan performs Pink Pony Club. In this moment, I am just intensely reminded of why artistic integrity is so valued whenever we're judging art, because the fact that she spoke on her story saying, I'm from the Midwest, I needed somebody who was gay like me in order to feel comfortable in the Midwest, and now I can be that for other people, and then to perform Pink Pony Club in the city that she was talking about is like why we need to clearly recognize the art for what it is and the artist. It was so incredibly beautiful, and it was so moving, and that's what art should do. It should move you to feel something, and that just was like, I don't know, every once in a while I feel like, because sometimes I feel like it's just like stupid, it's just like a bunch of rich famous people who had incredible budget to make art that like their other rich famous friends can like use their rich famous talents for, and it's like this cool party, this this party of like cool kids all like each other off, and like it's like, okay. And then I watched somebody like Chappell Roan perform Pink Pony Club, and I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine. The Grammys are good. They're like full of artists that deserve to be there and that have actual talent and like have worked their way through things, that have created things of value. Anyway, so then we have Best Country Album, and I'm gonna be so honest, I did not even consider that Cowboy Carter would, because Cowboy Carter did win this. And I did not even consider that she was going to win, because the amount of hate and the amount of like backlash Cowboy Carter has like gotten is crazy and ridiculous and full of bias. Let's be so for real. It's full of so much, and like the people are not willing to like recognize the biases in it. For suddenly, I don't know why. Y'all are so like I just feel like if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you're not going to. I didn't think that Cowboy Carter was going to win at all, but I'm so happy that it did. But I also can't speak to this genre because I did not listen to the other albums. You know what I mean? I feel like it's annoying, especially because a lot of the people that are having backlash over Cowboy Carter are people who just didn't listen to the album, who will never get Beyonce. But then they're like, I don't believe that she deserves to win. That album was trash. It's like, you didn't even listen to it for real. I can't be like, that was the best country album because I didn't listen to the other nominees. So it's not fair for me to like speak into it, but y'all are so loud. I'm just happy that Cowboy Carter is getting some sort of recognition at all. Some sort of mainstream recognition, because I feel like I've been hearing and seeing so many comments from people that are like so loud and hateful. Okay, so then we have the Best New Artist recap, which I love that they did this. Do they do this every year where they run through the new artists and they have them all perform? I don't know if they do that every time, but I thought it was really, really cool. Last year I didn't watch it because I didn't have access to Paramount Plus. So we have Benson Boone performing. Also, I like some of Benson Boone's songs. Like, I listened to him after I did the predictions, and I really like Slow It Down. That's a really good song. But it was so funny because whenever they came over to him, he looked about as uncomfortable as hell in sitting next to J-Lo. And I was like, is he okay? Like, is this just a tough night for it? But then he starts performing, and it was like really, really cool. I liked it a lot. I liked his performance. Doechii performs, sick. Everything. You just like, I don't know, I just see her, I just see the vision, I see the creative work. It astounds me every time. We have Teddy Swims, the most beautiful voice. I feel really bad about the fact that I forgot him on the first prediction thing, and I said I'd never listen to a day of his music. I will be listening to his music. I will, because I think he has such a beautiful, gorgeous voice. Then we have Shaboozey. I made a joke about how I was like, what if Shaboozey is the best new artist? I don't think that I have done my research into Shaboozey, because that joke his voice out the gate was very melodic, very just sweet, filled with honey, like type of a voice, like could soothe me, like help me go to bed. I loved it, and I feel bad about making a joke about him because he has real talent, and I don't know, I feel like I should really just dig more into him and not just kind of cast him aside the way that I feel like a lot of people probably are. Anyway, then we have Ray perform. She gives me chills, dude, in a way I hadn't felt. Like, there are like speeches that gave me chills, okay, but like her performance made me feel like, oh my god, like I want to see her live. I want to listen to all of her music. I want to like download everything she's ever like. It made me feel like I've been missing out. Like, I need to like actually get into her for real. So we have Queen Monet, Victoria Monet presents Best New Artist. So I said who should win. It was a tie between Doechii and Chapel, and I really couldn't choose, but I was kind of leaning more towards Chapel, even though I fucking love Doechii, dude. It actually pained me to even like have to choose between them. I predicted it was going to be Sabrina Carpenter. I like was 100%. I was like, it's like no shot. And then I said who shouldn't win, Shabuzi. Sorry. And then the winner was Chapel. I really should go with my gut whenever I do like who I think should win, because a lot of those are like turning out. So next year, let me just go with my gut. So then Chapel wins, gives a powerful speech asking for livable wages and health insurance from labels, ending off on saying, we got you, do you got us? Thank you. What the heck? That sounded so sorry. Thanks. That sounded sarcastic, but like for real, that's crazy that in 2025, somebody like Chapel Roan is going up and asking for labels to give people livable wages and healthcare. I think one of the most messed up things about people that believe that like healthcare is like a privilege is just the fact that it like, you just don't realize how incredibly like lucky and privileged you are to like literally just go to the hospital whenever you feel bad. Like the fact that the people don't have access to that and people think like, oh well, you should work hard. That's crazy as hell. That's crazy. So shout out to Chapel. That was amazing, dude. We have a CEO, the Grammy CEO addresses The Weeknd when The Weeknd called them out, which is like, I imagine the Grammys get called out like a lot. Like I remember when Ariana kind of called them out and was like, yo, what the hell? Like, why did you invite Mac Miller's parents to this? And he didn't get anything, but he had died at that point. Why did you bring them to the Grammys? And like, you didn't even award him? The hell? She did that like through an interview. She didn't do it like through like her Instagram or anything. But then the Grammy CEO kind of says, you know what? We have added this, and this, and that's how like impactful intentional we're trying to be about this transparency. And I was like, I was thinking how real and impactful that is for real. It was impactful enough for The Weeknd to come out and perform. So good for them. Truly good for them. The fact that it takes calling out, and I also love the fact that he said that criticism is good, because criticism is so good. Criticism for the greater good, criticism for like just fairness, I think is something that's great to be like directly responded to. I don't think it would have happened though if The Weeknd had said no, right? Or would it have? I don't know. Whatever. So then I also made a note and I said, at this point, I'm okay if Cowboy Carter doesn't win Album of the Year because it already got a slice of like the Grammy pie. I kind of feel like the Grammys feel unfair and kind of unbearable whenever you just see like the same people getting awarded for the same things and your like fave is not getting recognition at all and you're like, what the hell is this? But I kind of feel like I saw some of my favorites all getting like a slice of something. You know, Charlie got something for Von Dutch, Sabrina got something for Espresso, Chapel got Best New Artist, Doechii got Best Rap Album. I kind of feel like it would feel like a little bit more disgusting and annoying if it was, you know, back to maybe like even last year or like years prior when Billie won like every single category and would continue to win. And it's like, the heck. I feel like this year was very fair. Let me know if you agree or disagree, actually. That's actually really interesting. I feel like it was fair, but I think a lot of people could disagree with me, and I could see that. So then we have the recognition and performances, the We Are the World performance / recognition, Quincy Jones tribute. Then we go into best pop group, best pop duo / group performance. I thought it should have been Levi's Jeans. My prediction was that it was going to be Guess. I thought that just because I kind of feel like Billie be sweeping all the time, so she was going to sweep it anyway. But the winner was Die With a Smile, which is so silly because whenever I was talking about who should win, I mentioned that I liked Levi's Jeans, but Die With a Smile was also like on par with what I liked as well. I just could listen to Levi's Jeans more. But I should have done Die With a Smile because it's such a strong collab. I should have done Die With a Smile. I don't know what I was thinking. I really didn't. So then we have Record of the Year. I thought it should have been Good Luck Babe. And then my prediction was Birds of a Feather. I'm so stupid to not consider that Not Like Us. But I'm just going to be honest. I really thought that the Grammys was not going to, like, fuck with, like, rap beef. I thought that they were not going to be into it. I also am, like, so incredibly uneducated and don't know anything about music or the Grammys. So I should have just, like, looked back and saw who else has been awarded and kind of got what the pulse was or what the vibe was for what they do for Record of the Year. But it only makes sense. Like, the way that that changed culture, the way that we all know the context behind Not Like Us, the way that it defined culture, amazing. The way that, I don't know, the way that it just encapsulates everything as to what you would want out of a Record of the Year, which also it got Song of the Year, which I predicted, I said it should be Record of the Year, but then I predicted that Birds of a Feather was going to be, and then it was the winner. Dude, I need to lean into my intuition, because I kind of feel like if I just go for, like, what I think should do it, then it probably will. Like, so annoying. Then we have the Von Dutch / guest performance. By the way, Charlie XCX is somebody who I feel like has her hand so on the pulse of what is, like, relevant and what is contributing to culture, that she knew it was going to have us gagged that she put the people from 360 into Von Dutch performance. Like, seeing Alex Consani and then Gwendolyn Blackwell and Julia Fox all in one place was like, that has us gagged. Like, I feel like she knows. I feel like there should be like a who is creating the most relevant pieces of work? Like, who has the most cultural insight? I feel like Charlie would win that for this year, right? I don't know. Then we have Album of the Year. I thought who I thought should have won. I put down Cowboy Carter. Who I predicted would win, The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Because Beyonce is Beyonce, and because the woman has everything, I genuinely, because Cowboy Carter won, I think I would have been happy if Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess also won. Like, I would be very happy if Chapel got, like, because I love the Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess. Not more than I love Cowboy Carter, but I just, like, it's hard because I so badly wanted Cowboy Carter to win, and the reason I didn't put it down as a prediction is because, like, the way that people react to Cowboy Carter is like I didn't even know anyone was listening to that. I didn't know it. It's, like, annoying. So I just thought, like, people were gonna stick with, you know, like, the more mainstream, the more digestible, like, Sabrina Carpenter, Chapel, whatever. And I should have just gone with my gut. But I'm gonna be honest, like, I kind of wish that Chapel had, I don't know, dude, I can't be happy with anything. just because Chapel, I think, is deserves just so much. But she did get best new artist. She did, and I feel like as it tracks best new artist, they consistently provide, like, they are going to be staples in culture, and I do love that for her. I do. Let me know if you had any that you predicted that did win, or if you were disappointed with anything, or how you feel about the Grammys in general. I'm so sorry. How you feel about the Grammys in general. I am overall happy because I feel like everybody got a slice of the Grammy pie, and I kind of feel like it genuinely probably couldn't have gone better, at least for like what I liked and my taste. But I know that the Grammys always piss somebody off, so let me know if you're one of them.